Hey people, apologies to all, but my monthly vlog went a little bit off the rails towards the end of the year, so this is an unscheduled update and a roundup to the awesomeness that was 2018! So, the vlog's off the rails once again. Once again I got behind. I was going to do like a Desnovtober blog, but let's just cut our losses here and wrap things up for the year, hey? Next year I'm going to massively up my game on YouTube, and I'm going to zealously try and get a vlog out at the beginning of the month, once a month, without fail. I'm not that sorry, however, because I've been having loads of great fun. I've got a couple of good videos out, a couple of good projects done, and I spent some quality time with the family, and hey, that's what it's all about. One of the better projects I did was a scroll saw piece of art of Boba Fett, and I'm particularly proud of this. The project itself was great, but I tried a totally different video style. Now, I'm still not sure how that went down, because viewing figures were far less than I had hoped for, but I really liked the video, especially as I tried out a few really cool special effects. Now, I'd like to do more videos like that, but I didn't get the response I was hoping for, so not so sure now. Now, the last video I did was a little bit more back to my old style, a retrospective of my first turned pen, and what I've learnt since. I want to do more pen turning videos, but 10 minutes of talking about what I'm doing and running through it step by step can be pretty boring, and I felt the video was fairly humourless. So yeah, that's not me. Somewhere in between the Boba Fett hilarity and the boring talking of the pen turning, I think, is that middle ground where I want to be. So 2018. 2018 was amazing. This year I started YouTube, something I'd been talking about doing for years. My workshop was finally complete, and at least complete to my standards, where I felt there was no excuse not to start working on projects and putting out videos. In hindsight, I should have started doing stuff sooner, and stopped making excuses. I could have filmed lots of the fitting out of the workshop, filmed making these benches and stuff, and I could have got some really good videos from it, but hey, it's done now, mustn't dwell. I also joined some amazing wider international maker community groups and gravitated away from the smaller local groups that I no longer lived near, because I moved very recently, and I ended up making some really good friends. It was these friends that basically kicked my ass to get started finally on YouTube, and I'm forever thankful, as it's been an amazing journey since, and I suspect it's just going to get better. Maker Central, the big event at the NEC last year. Obviously you all know about it, I assume. It was like Maker Christmas. And as I've mentioned before, I had a brilliant time, but also I think I did so much for the maker community in general just by being there and sending people to their local maker spaces. Now, I'm going to be going again next year, and it's just going to be bigger, better, and just generally more awesome than ever. Not only did I start my YouTube channel, but I've also had the privilege of working with some really good companies on stuff like Cat, where I did the review of their Cat thermal imaging phone. That was awesome. And Gorilla Glue did a nice little project for them. And there's more opportunities to come. Even with my little subscriber base, I'm surprised. I'm still getting a lot of interest from people at this point. Now, a few months ago, I also launched a little dad blog, which can be found at www.madmakerdad.co.uk. Now, a friend of mine, Vikkie Richmond, who you might know as the Carpenter's daughter or Tastefully Vikkie, she basically pestered me to start one because it just made sense to document my journey as a dad. Now, one of my life goals has always been to try and install some of my love of making in my daughter, so this all just made sense. I've not posted much so far, but I have done really well on Instagram, and I've got a few pins on Pinterest and a few blog posts with some crafting activities up, and much more was planned over the upcoming years. 2019, I do plan to massively up my game next year, but not at the expense of spending time with my family. Not at least until a point where this channel can actually generate a little bit of money. Now, I can justify spending some time away from the family if it can earn a little bit of cash on the side, so that they can spend on shiny things or food. I don't have the free time, sadly, to join the 52 club and get one video out a week, which is what they recommend for getting really good, consistent growth on YouTube. So I'm going to be realistic and aim for a minimum of 2 videos a month. One of them being a vlog, And now there will be the occasional month where I might try and do more, but no promises, as I'd rather produce less videos but have them be better quality, even if I don't grow as fast. I'm also going to make sure each video has a little blog post alongside, and try and build my other blog up a little bit at the same time. Now, I've got a new lathe. I expect loads of videos coming up from that, and I've made a little camera rig, which you can just about see there. Yeah, that's going to really up my game with the filming. Ordered some more lighting as well, so I'm hoping the overall video quality of everything I do is just going to increase just a few notches. So what's on the bench? Well, I did want to do the Scroll Saw Freddie Mercury project next, but I did make the mistake of creating a poll on Instagram after Stan Lee, bless him, passed away, and asking if I should do a Stan Lee Scroll Saw project next or a Freddie, and the result was massively in favour of Stan Lee, as to be expected. So he comes first, and so he should. The man's a legend. Project-wise, I've not really had much on the go, because I've just been doing general improvements around the workshop. I've got my new lathe, as I said, and it's the Axminster Precision Pro, and this thing is fantastic for pens and all the little stuff and bits and pieces I want to do. So really do expect some videos centered around the lathe and the pen turning and maybe even doll's house furniture coming up soon. I've also got a basic dust extraction system sorted, and this was really long overdue. Now it covers the lathe permanently with a blast gate and a feed to my scroll saw, and that can be swapped out with a feed to my other power tools or along a hose, and it works really nice using a good shop vac system with a cyclone bucket, and this thing sucks hard. I've also done a little work on my small metal lathe, and this has been stripped down and cleaned up a bit. I filmed everything so far, and so this might make for a little interesting video later on as well. I've got myself the fantastic Robert Sorby sharpening system as well, because I really wasn't getting on with the whetstone grinder, and now all my tools are really sharp, so I'm going to be really, I don't want to keep using that phrase, upping my game with the wood turning, but I will. I'm going to be upping my game with the wood turning soon, and it's so sharp. All my tools, I mean, there's patches of no hair on my arms where I've been testing them. It's great. I've also just done the Fools with Tools Secret Santa project just before Christmas, but as I was rubbish, it didn't quite get out there on time, so I've not had a chance to get a video out soon, but now it's finally arrived. I shall be publishing a video on how I made that soon. It was my first fountain pen, and I was really proud of it, quite simply. So, summary, if you're still watching, well done. Please take a moment to subscribe, ring the old bell, and if you've got any ideas or feedback, comments are always welcome below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Can you say Happy New Year?
Happy New Year.
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 No, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, that'll do.